glad to be with you, and I hope that,
See you tomorrow.
yeah, we're going to start our class now. So I have this book, it's called Overcoming Trauma Through Yoga, Reclaiming Your Body. So there's, as I said, there's all kinds of trauma. I've worked with people in transition from drug abuse, whose children were taken away from them, with a series of yoga classes, and studied, the different approaches and the practice that helps them. But it's not just that kind of trauma. We're all experiencing trauma to some degree right now. I just hope to bring some of that tonight, and just bear with me. I think what we all need to do is sort of take a moment to have a gentle practice that helps us slow down and connect. We have this body, it's our house where we live, but it needs to be our home. And if it's our home, it's a place of safety and security and a sanctuary, really. Sanctuary where we could feel that we're taking care of ourselves, that we're okay. Am I okay? How am I doing? Am I okay? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. So with our practice, we can bring ourselves into that internal check. So I'm inviting you to work with your body tonight in that sense of noticing, being aware, checking in and asking, am I okay? Is this okay? And whatever your body wants to do in terms of modifications or breath. I was on the Bless Fest website today, and I learned a new breathing technique that I want to share. You know how we do breath of joy, and we do 3 inhalations and then an exhalation. This is an inhalation and 3 exhalations. And I think it's very soothing. So just get yourself comfortable with your shoulders back. We're going to work on our necks and everything today, but just with the shoulders back right now, sit up nice and tall. And then you're taking in a breath through the nose, pausing, and then 2 short breaths out through the mouth. Ha, ha, and then ha, and a longer one. So let's try that again. Inhale through the nose. So 2 short puffs and then a long exhale. So then it sort of like helps you to relax a little bit. It's a new one, so let's remember that when you're feeling pressure or stress during the day, or even when you're taking in the torrent of bad news that it seems to be pervasive these days. But there is good news. We all know that. So I don't want to be a gloom and doom tonight. I think it's important for us to take care of ourselves, and there's trauma. So I'm going to smile. And I'm going to say, let's begin with a seated awareness of our bodies, sitting on a comfortable seat. A seated mountain, nice and tall. Oh, yeah, that feels good too. And then let's begin to roll the shoulders, lift the shoulders up to your ears and down and around. Feel what's happening. Connecting, and then drop the shoulders back, and then as if you were making a circle, drawing on the blackboard with your nose, move your head in a circle, do some neck rolls this way, breathing in and out. other way. See if you can make the circles bigger and nice and big, but slow so that you can feel any tight spots and not pull anything. And then once you come back to center, shrug your shoulders, inhale, exhale with a good. Let's do some sun breaths. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, press your palms down. Let the breath be the leader. As you reach the top of the breath, fingers touch, and then exhale, spread your fingers wide all the way out through the nose. Or if you want to breathe out through the mouth, just don't hyperventilate. Feel the size of the body beginning to lengthen. Feel the rib cage coming off the waist. Reaching out in both directions. Excuse me. All the way up and hold. Exhale. Whew. See what other tension you might have, you feel that you have in your neck. Maybe turn your head to the right and make some little circles with your chin. I know I'm also missing appointments to a chiropractor and a massage therapist for the last 3 months. And my body is saying, you're getting older, or are you just missing out on your self-care? And then I think both. So, I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Good. So, moving into a little bit of a twist, let's bring the right arm hand to the left thigh and turn the body. Your left hand comes behind you, tall out of the crown and out, lifting, then breathing into the twist. Inhale, exhale. And then coming gently back to the center again. Deep breath, and then exhale to the other side. So trying to be attentive to your internal world. The place you inhabit with your mind, your body, and your soul. I don't know whether it's the soul or the self, but something in there is wanting you to acknowledge and care in a deep way. So coming back to the center, and let's come off of our cushion or whatever we're sitting on, and just get the ankles rotating. Just sort of tap the legs a little bit with your, bounce them a little bit. Hands behind you. Press out through the heels. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And point. I'm going to move into a table position. coming into table, feel your hands spreading starfish wide, palms touching the floor, shoulders, feel the engagement of your arms and shoulders. And then with your knees hip distance apart, you're going to try to bring attention to your area of strength, core strength, your place inside you that is strong and able to withstand the ups and downs. So feel your core, your belly being drawn in. And take a deep breath and lift the tailbone and come into a dog tilt. And then tilt the tailbone down, round into cat. Long exhale, long inhale, coming back and forth. Follow the movement with your breath and allow yourself to tune in to the deepest part of yourself. Layer on Ujjayi breathing, making an audible sound like an ocean wave. Let's do about 5 more at a nice pace that allows you to go inside. Next time you come into a cat position, move your hips back towards your heels, come into child. Walk your hands forward. Bring your forehead down to the floor, or if you're still a little tight, you can stack your fists on top of each other and just place your forehead on your stacked fists. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, see if you can lengthen through the back of the lower part of the spine so that the tailbone begins to stretch down toward the floor. Come back up and try bringing your knees a little further apart, big toes touching. And now come back again in a deeper bowing to yourself. Lift the torso up and walk your hands over to the left. Lift up slightly and then reach back down toward the right. And a child's side stretch. Inhale, exhale. Lifting back up and walking your hands through the center and over to the right. And now stretching back down to the left, hips back down, head down, and relax into the stretch. Lift your torso up and come back to the center again. And this time, I'm going to move forward. Bring the torso forward into an upward facing dog on your knees. Lift your heart. Feel the stretch in the belly. Feel the stretch in the front of the thighs. And then lift the hips back down to child. I'm going to do that a few more times, gliding in and out, gliding along the floor up to the position of extension. Keep your chin tucked, and then round down into child. Coming forward and going back. Inhale, nice long inhale. Exhale. Take a few deep breaths in child position. Drag your hands down and behind you, bringing your fingers towards your feet. See if that's comfortable for you. You can return your hands forward if this isn't comfortable. It's your choice. Allow your shoulders to soften. So just let everything relax up around the shoulders. And then bring your hands back under your shoulders, coming into table. And reach back with your right leg and out with your left arm into sunbird. So feel this position of core strength. Press back through the heel. See how that feels. Lift the hamstring. And then lower your left hand and begin to circle the hip with bring the knee around in a circle, hydrant type hip rotations. All right, facing you. Both directions. See if you can find out where is the tension happening. Can you let it go? And then back to the center again into table. And now bring the left leg back and the right arm up. Press out through the heel. See if you can level your hips a little. It creates a little more need for core strength. So the left hip comes down square toward the floor. Breathe. Then bring your right hand down, your right arm, and then the knee comes out at hip height and circle. Circle, And then change direction. And then lower your knee to the floor. Bring yourself up to a kneeling position if that works for you. And actually, I'm going to kneel sideways here. Bring your hands just on the top of your hips, right below your kidneys. And let your shoulders come down, shoulder blades come down your back. It's going to be a little camel warm-up. So, as you take a deep breath, feel length in your spine, and then as you exhale, press back, supporting your low back. And then come back upright again. And do that a few times. Notice how that feels through the front of the body, opening up the heart. Stretching the quads and the psoas muscles. And then as you get to a point where you want to hold it, press back and hold and lift the heart. Tilt your head back. And then come back upright again. And you could curl your left foot and bring your right arm up overhead. Reach back for that heel. So this is sort of a half camel, right? So keeping your chest facing front. Reach back. And then slowly come back up. Lower your right arm. Bring the top of your foot back down. And curl your right foot. Whoops, I'm going to get a cramp. And then lift the left arm. Reach back for the heel. Reaching up and pressing back into a half camel. And then coming all the way back, hands on your thighs, gently come forward as a counter pose back into child. You feel you have deep contraction of your low back and now a nice rounding. And then coming back onto your knees, bring yourself up to standing. See how it feels to be embodied in a standing position in your body. So wherever you go, whether you're in a grocery line 6 feet away from someone else, you can stand and feel yourself in your body, pressing your feet into the floor, letting your knees be soft, tailbone tilting down slightly, but your pelvis is neutral. Bring the lower abdominals in and up, and let the heart open. Reach down toward the floor with your fingertips. Take a deep breath. Let's do one of those. Inhale, exhale through the mouth, 3 puffs. I think that works. It really helps sort of bring the shoulders down. And now, whatever you can do to feel strong and at the same time soften. So as you press into your feet and engage the muscles of your legs by, imagining isometrically your ankles toward each other, then let the knees soften. Let the shoulders relax. Close your eyes and check in. Am I okay? Am I caring for myself? And then slowly bring your arms up overhead and into a full mountain. Let gravity work its magic on your arms. And then pressing out through the left hip, reach over to the right in a half moon pose. Inhale to the top and over to the left. Let's do that a few times. Soften through the pose as if you've seen the winds the last few days. Imagine that you're a willow tree and not an oak, and that your arms are moving swish to the top and swish to the left. And then coming back up again, making ready for a forward fold. Press into your feet, reach back, and then exhale, coming all the way down to a forward bend. And in the forward bend, let go. Let your head be soft. Move it left to right, nod it, make little circles. Inhale, come up with a half lift, and exhale, come down again. And this time, maybe reach for opposite elbows with your hands. And just let yourself relax forward. Deep breath. Placing your hands under your feet. If you can reach for your the fingers underneath the balls of the feet. So to make this continuous loop. And imagine this circular energy drawing you inward. Release your feet and walk your hands up the front of the body, coming all the way back up with a flat back. Bring your feet a little bit further apart. And then the beautiful standing swinging twists that are so good for our backs. Bring your arms around, weightless. Relax, flapping against your body, giving you a nice little taps here and there on your hips and your glutes. And then coming back to stillness. Checking in with yourself, getting comfortable. If you need a glass of water. Another very nice pose is chair pose. It can be done in a few different ways. So press into the floor and then straighten your legs. Deep breath, breathe in as you press down and then come back up a few times, grounding down through the feet. Begin to bring your arms back as you begin to imagine taking a seat. You're walking up to a chair and you're going to lean back and sit. And as a counterbalance, your arms are coming up in front. So you feel your weight driving down through the heel. Draw your belly muscles in and up, nice and firm. And with your arms at shoulder height, you can place your palms down or palms facing each other. You can also reach your arms up, but I really want to be gentle tonight, so just find a gentle chair. Inhale, come back up again, and lower your arms. Take a deep breath. Chair pose is a very strong pose. Begin to get ready for the chair pose. You can do it in one fell swoop by bringing your arms out in front and sitting back. Hold the pose and breathe in and out. Inhale, lower your arms and straighten your legs. So it's a basic yoga pose, but it's very strengthening. You know, it's good for your knees too, to build the supporting structure around the knees. Sometimes it's weak quads that, you know, unsupported knees. So it's very good to, and you can even bring yourself against a wall, right? You've seen that, right? You come against a wall and then bend your knees and hang out for a while. You could sing the Star Spangled Banner. And then slide yourself up. So that's really good for healthy knees, is to be able to build those quads. So let's come back down to the mat and onto your back. And let's read, breathe into the body, hands on your belly for a yoga 3-part breath. Let's do 5 breaths. Inhale, let the belly expand, the ribs, all the way up to the top of the chest, and a long exhale. Take your time. Notice. And then if you're inclined, bring your arms up overhead and reach tall, long, making a stretching in both directions, feeling your whole body in contact with the floor. Mother Earth supporting you now. Squeeze your fists and squeeze the muscles of your legs and arms. Take a deep breath. Hold it in. Exhale with a ha. Let go. Do that again. Reach, hold, and release. How are you now? How are you feeling? Yoga brings balance and calm, which invites clarity and discernment into our lives. So that the old tapes that we play in our minds about what's happening could possibly be changed or let go of. Even the new tapes, we can look at things with fresh eyes. So let's bring our arms down and draw your knees into your chest. And take a deep breath. And each time you inhale, feel the belly pressing up against your legs. And each time you exhale, draw yourself in even closer into this wonderful little house, this little home. Inhale. And begin to rock side to side, massaging your back. Gentle. Make the movement side to side, but also, if it pleases you, to circle your knees. Whatever your body wants. This is the time for you to indulge yourself. Loosen your grip, your hands on your shins. Relax your hands and wrists. In fact, bring your legs up to the ceiling and your arms up, and circle your wrists and your ankles. Letting the fluids move down back into the body for recirculation. Bring your hands behind your calves and just take a moment to bring your head up, a little bit of a crunch with straight legs. And then bring your feet down to the floor in preparation for a supported, a bridge with your shoulders comfortably on the floor. So first let's bring our knees side to side. It's like we need a little bit of warm up here. A little bit of knees side to side. And then knees coming up to the top. And bring your feet right in line with your hips. And lift the hips up as you take a deep breath. Could be an inch or so, or could be more. And then lower back down. Do that a few times as a warm-up. Inhale, lift. Press the knees away. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come back down. Be careful not to let your knees splay apart. Try to keep them in line with your hips. And next time you come up, hold the pose. Squeeze the glutes. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands together in a clasp beneath your body. But keep your arms long. shoulders down away from your neck. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths in and out and notice. Where do you feel sensation? Where can you soften? Release your hands and slowly come down one vertebrae at a time and come to rest on your back. This is now another time, let's practice. Inhale through the nose and 3 puffs through the mouth. It's almost like blowing out birthday candles, right? Usually it takes more than one try. So now let your arms come at shoulder height. And let's begin to bring the knees down, knee down twist, taking it nice and slow. Inhale the knees up and exhale them to the side as you turn your head to opposite side of your knees. Notice how this feels. Close your eyes. Be in your body. Be with your breath. Be with you. Ask yourself, how am I doing? Am I okay? Do I need something for myself? Maybe it's rest, more sleep. Maybe it's making a beautiful meal for yourself. And then coming back up to the center again. And once more hugging your knees in. Bringing your feet back to the floor. And rolling over onto a seat. To a forward fold with a bent leg. So bringing in this case, your left foot into the inside of your right leg. And this is a nice way to sort of fold into yourself again and just bring yourself home to that space inside, that sanctuary. So I like to sort of find length first and then bring your hands on either side of the leg. Press out through the heel and just gently walk yourself forward to a point where you feel this is a good spot right here. You feel a nice deep stretch. Take a few breaths and then round down over that leg. Breathe into the stretch and let go. Little by little, just unwind yourself forward. And let those worries and burdens slide off your back. walk yourself back up again and notice how that was for you on that side. It's good to pause between sides or between activities. I think we have a tendency to rush from one thing to the next. So, pausing for impact before moving to the next. Now bringing your left leg out and your right leg. Bring the leg straight out in front of you. Take a deep breath. Walk your hands forward, coming forward with leading with the heart. Flat back. Little by little, gradually letting go. Deep breath. And then now when you get to the point of your edge where you feel like, okay, I'm comfortable, but I feel sensation, let yourself go round over that leg. Coming back up slowly. So the body, what you're doing with your body and your breath is sending messages to the brain of relaxing and the parasympathetic nervous system taking over. This is going to allow you to deal with trauma. And let go. And see it for what it is. So now, if you come to a seat again with your feet in front of you, sort of like an easy upward boat, sit up nice and tall. Let those tummy muscles be strong, because you are strong. And then you can have your hands on your knees. You can have your hands out in front of you, or you could have your hands behind you. Let's find the right position where you're using your core strength and sitting on your sitting bones. And even if you'd like, you can lift your feet up off the floor. But I'm not going to do that tonight because I don't feel like I want to. So you have to, just, that's not working for you. You can do all kinds of things, but right now, do what works that's comfortable for you. Shoulders come down and breathe. See if you can create that balance. You're sitting on your sitting bones, holding your body up. Maybe you want to reach your arms out. And then lower your hands and bring them behind you, and to release the low back, move your knees side to side. And stretch your legs all the way out. Whew. Take a moment in staff pose. Keep your hands touching the floor for grounding. Heart is lifted. engaging the muscles of your legs. And then bring the soles of your feet together into a gentle butterfly, knees coming up and down. And if you like, you can move into Baddha Konasana by pressing forward, taking hold of your feet, and pressing forward with a flat back, feeling an intense stretch in the inner thighs. If it's too intense, then come back up. Work with it a little bit. It's a good place to release tension. Yeah, listening to your body. If you want to move side to side, that's a good thing too. Rocking your body, as Deb is doing. I think, what I'd love to see is that you listen to your body and your body tells you what to do next with yoga, right? So they say you do yoga and then yoga does you. So you feel like, okay, maybe my body now wants to get on my back again. I'm going to be getting ready for Shavasana. So come on your back. And then bring the right leg in and press out through the left foot. Take a few breaths. And then change legs. And then come all the way down into Shavasana, or if you have another minute that you'd like to explore a different stretch that you missed tonight, please do. Yogi's choice. But if you're ready to bring yourself down on your back, let your body settle. Arms by your side. Let your feet fall apart. Let your knees fall apart. Move your head side to side to make sure your neck is comfortable. And slip into silence with a natural breath. And I'll let you know when to come back. your attention. Breathing in and breathing out. And begin to notice a deeper breath as you consciously draw in your next in-breath to the count of 4. And exhale to the count of 5. Feel your body beginning to move in gentle ways, fingers, maybe toes. Promising yourself a longer Shavasana tonight. You'd like to roll over on your side or come to a seated position. Gentle. That was just a teaser. I'm sorry about I love a long Shavasana, as you know. But if you can just let me wish you a beautiful night and a beautiful week. As you sit, bring your hands over your heart. Close your eyes and honor yourself. And also express gratitude to yourself for the care and love that you gave yourself tonight through your yoga practice. I honor your inner lights. I love you all. It's so good to see you. Namaste. Namaste. Tricia, that's a beautiful blanket. I like that colorful blanket you have. Mwah.